I've heard some disturbing news over the last 2, 3 weeks. Evidently, there's some black men who are being held hostage by some disgruntled and angry black women. And these black men are being forced to band together to save themselves. That's right. They need to save themselves because these black women are oppressing them and holding them prisoner. And they got to escape from the bondage of black women. And now they got to save themselves. I couldn't help it. Y'all are killing me, man. First of all, I'm going to talk about positive stuff, man. I had a great vacation. I went on a cruise. For the second time, I've been on 2 cruises in my entire life, and twice in 2 Christmas seasons in a row. Last year, if you remember, I went on a 10-day cruise, actually by myself, which surprised some people, including my own older brother. Went on a 10-day cruise last year. Then this year, I went on a 7-day cruise with my girlfriend, and we had a great time. Very relaxing. Just very relaxing. Now, speaking of me going on my cruise, if you paid attention, I posted a video of me going on my cruise. That was about 1.5 minutes long. 1.5 minutes long. Matter of fact, let me go check the analytics for that video, because I got to bring up this point, because this just cracks me up how foolish some of you people are who listen to me. Of course, people who have fallen in the category of my haters and critics. Okay. The video I did is called Happy 2020 from dating coach Alan Roger Currie. Length is 1 minute and 34 seconds. Probably one of the shortest, if not the shortest video I've ever uploaded to YouTube. Shortest video ever uploaded to YouTube, ever. Yeah, I want to say, I don't think I've ever uploaded a video that short. Shortest before that was maybe somewhere between 4 to 5 minutes. This video was 1 minute and 34 seconds. Guess how many views it has? As of right now, I'm looking at the analytics. It has 888 views. 888 views. That's amazing. That I have a video that's 1 minute and 34 seconds that has doesn't even have 1,000 views. And that was uploaded on January 4th, and today is January 8th, so 4 days ago. I uploaded that video 4 days ago, and it doesn't even have 1,000 views. Doesn't even have 1,000 views. Hold on a second. I gotta look at it. Yeah, has 118 likes and 1 dislike. How can you dislike a video of me talking about that I'm enjoying myself on a cruise? See, that's just straight up hating. That's just straight up hating. But here's the thing. You might be asking, why am I bringing up this video and the length of it and how many views it has? Because starting with late 2017, a lot of people used to criticize the length of my videos. Because I remember in 2017, I had quite a few videos that were not only over an hour, but that were 1.5 hours, hour and 45 minutes. I had even 3 or 4 videos that were over 2 hours long. Yep. In 2017, I had probably at least 3 or 4 video podcasts that were over 2 hours long. I think my longest was about 2.5 hours. And I remember one time in 2017, I did a video that was 2.5 hours long. But matter of fact, one of the first people, and I'm going to talk about him in a second too, one of the first people to criticize me on the length of my videos was the dating coach Alpha Male Strategies. When he used to comment in my comment section. Again, he used to comment in my comment section between roughly August of 2017 and early to mid-December of 2017. And he would always give me simultaneously compliments on my content and criticisms. And what is probably arguably his top criticism was the length. He would say, Alan, your videos are too long, man. You tend to ramble too much and digress away from your main topic too much. You need to stick to your main topic and make your videos shorter. Your videos should be no longer than roughly 20 minutes. All your videos should be 20 minutes or less. Which, if you paid attention to him, that's how most of his videos are. He's had maybe a handful of videos that have gone over 20 minutes. But most of his videos are 20 minutes or less. I would even say more so, probably 15 minutes or less. Similar to Ron Wills. Ron Wills is like that. Just about all of Ron Wills' videos are usually roughly 15 minutes or less. But here's the thing, though. In the last 2.5 weeks since I was on vacation, I had some guys criticize, because my last video I did in 2019, last year, 2019, was 1 hour and 37 minutes long. It was 1 hour. Wait, let me go back to my analytics. Make sure. Yep. Yeah, the last video I did in 2019 was 1 hour and 37 minutes long. That video has 2,431 views. 2,431 views. Okay? What does that say to you? What does that say to you when one of my videos that's 1 hour and 37 minutes long has more views than a video of mine that's 1 minute and 34 seconds? That means that the argument, which I've always known was bullshit, is bullshit. See, people have always tried to suggest, Alan, if your videos were shorter, you would have more views and you would have more YouTube subscribers. That's the two things people have always told me. Alan, if your videos were shorter, you would have more views on your videos. And number 2, you would have more YouTube subscribers. But I did last night. I took a look at, I have 17 videos that have a minimum of 25,000 views. Of all the videos I've done, there's at least 17 of my videos that have a minimum of 25,000 views or more. My highest, most viewed video is a video I mentioned in the last month or two. Was a video that's no longer free on YouTube. It's a Patreon exclusive video. It's entitled, Most Men Cannot Handle Women's True Sexual Nature. Most men cannot handle women's true sexual nature. That's my most viewed video. It has, as of today, it has 72,372 views and almost 1,000 comments and reply comments. But I recorded that on March 2nd of last year, the day before my birthday, and my girlfriend's current birthday. That's my girlfriend's birthday, is March 2nd. Yeah, that has over 70,000 views, but it was only on YouTube for about maybe 3 months. Then I took it off and made it a Patreon exclusive video. I've done that with quite a few videos. Now that video was 52 minutes long, 52 minutes and 1 second, 52 minutes and 1 second. And it had over 70,000 views. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? It ain't the length of the content, my friends. It's the quality of the content. I've always known that. I'd say probably most of my Patreon subscribers and loyal listeners, viewers, and supporters have always said that and suggested that. It ain't the length of your content. It's the quality of your content. Again, based on my analytics I did last night, again, I had, of all my videos, 17 of my videos have 25,000 views or more. 25,000 views or more. Do you know, of those 17 videos, only 5 are less than 40 minutes? Only 5 of my top 17 most viewed videos are under 40 minutes in length. Only one of them is under 20 minutes. There's only one video of my top 17 most viewed videos that's under 20 minutes. And that was a video where I poke fun at alpha male strategies. Yeah, it's a video where I'm calling out alpha male strategies. He did this video not last year, in 2018, where he was criticizing me and a couple other dating coaches for promoting the idea of honesty with women. He even went as far as to call me a beta cuck. And now, interesting enough, he has a book out where he's telling guys not to lie. When that was his main criticism against me. But yeah, that's the one video, that's my shortest video that has the most views. That video is roughly 6 minutes and 15 seconds long. And it's titled, "Is Lying to Women Better Than Telling Them the Truth?" Yeah, that video has, wait, let me see here. Let me see how many views that video has. That's my shortest video in my top 17. That video has 26,530 views. 26,530 views. Yeah, that's my most viewed video that's under 20 minutes. That's under 20 minutes. Another video that's reasonably short that has, well, my second most viewed video since I've been on YouTube is just over 20 minutes, 22 and a half minutes. 22 is called, "Can a Dating Coach Teach Men How to Attract Women?" And my answer is yes and no. That video has 56,961 views. 56,961 views. That's my second shortest video that's in my top 17 most viewed videos. But of my top 17 most viewed videos, again, only 5 of them are under 40 minutes. 2 of them are over an hour long. 2 of them are over an hour long. Let me see what those videos are. Of my top 17 videos, all the videos that have a minimum of 25,000 views or more, one video that has over 25,000 views or more is called "Hit Dogs Always Holler" and Allen's 3-week July YouTube hiatus. Hit Dogs Always Holler and Allen's 3-week July YouTube hiatus. That was published on June 28th of 2018. June 28th. That video is an hour and 10 minutes long, and it has 34,000 views, 34,657 views. And it was over an hour long. One other video in my top 17 that's over an hour long is a video I did on March 24th of last year. March 24th of last year, where I talked about the idea of choosing signals. Something AMS talks about a lot and a few other dating coaches talk. It's called, "Yes, You Were Chosen by a Woman, but for what role? Lover, spouse, sugar daddy, or platonic friend?" That video was an hour and 18 minutes long. An hour and 18 minutes long, and to date, it has 31,913 views. Yep. So, yeah. So, again, I have 17 videos that have a minimum of 25,000 views. 2 of them were over an hour. Only 5 of them were less than 40 minutes. 4 of them, here's another thing I had somebody say. They said, this is just like 2 days ago. I had a guy write me. He said, Alan, I like your stuff. I like your books. I like most of your videos. But I have to criticize you, man. I wish you would just stop talking about alpha male strategies, and for that matter, any other dating coach, and just talk about what's good about your books and just, your own thoughts about dating and relationships, and he went on to say, he said, man, I feel you would have more views, like a lot of these other guys said. He said, I feel like you would have more views on your videos and more YouTube subscribers if you didn't talk about alpha male strategies so much. Insert dog face here. See, my analytics don't support that criticism. Like, I did a video about alpha male strategies in just November or December? What's that video called? I just did a video about him. Okay, here it is, yeah. It's called No More Sleazeball Mentality, Alpha Male Strategy Exposed as a Flip-Flopping Fraud. That video has over 24,000 views. That's my 18th most viewed video. Has over 24,000 views. Whereas I can name a lot of videos I've done where I never mention his name that don't even have 10,000 views. So how can somebody say, Alan, you would have more views if you did not? Do you know 4 of my top 17 videos, technically 5 of my top 18, if you include that video, 5 of my top 18 videos in terms of views were videos where I mentioned alpha male strategy's name at least once or twice. 5 of my top 18 most viewed videos were videos where I mentioned alpha male strategy. So for people to suggest that, Alan, you're preventing yourself from getting more views by mentioning his name, that's bullshit. You cannot back that up with factual data and analytics. Because again, 5 of my 18 most viewed videos are videos where his name was mentioned in my video. Again, my most viewed short video of all the videos I did that were like roughly 10 minutes or less, here's the video where I go in on him. Well, I don't really go in on him because I don't even talk in this video. That 6-minute video, I don't even talk in that video. I just show clips of him talking. So I don't even talk in that video. So I can't say I go in on him because I don't even talk in that video. But yeah, that's my most watched video that's 10 minutes or less. Is the video that pokes fun at alpha male strategies. So anyway, I know I've gone on a long tangent, but I'm just talking about this to point out, man, how people, see, this is one of the things that just, at minimum, just mildly agitates me or / amuses me, and sometimes it just irritates me, is people on YouTube talk out of their ass a lot. Plain and simple. End of story. There's a lot of people on YouTube who talk out of their ass. Do you know one of the very reasons why a lot of universities have PhD programs, and I've talked about this at least 2 or 3 other videos? Do you know one of the main purposes of a PhD program, when a man or woman pursues a PhD, and why that program is usually very rigorous, depending on what your subject or major concentration is? Why that's usually considered the most rigorous academic endeavor you can pursue, is the pursuit of a PhD. When you pursue a PhD, the university or college number one objective is to make sure you do not go out in public and talk out of your ass. The worst thing you could do if you're a PhD candidate or you've already achieved your PhD is to talk out your ass. Because, see, if you're a regular person and you talk out your ass, you just pretty much make yourself look bad. But when you have a credential behind your name, it could be a PhD, it could be a master's degree, it could even be a bachelor's degree. When you have a college degree behind your name and you talk out your ass, you not only make yourself look bad, but whatever college or university you attended, you make them look bad too. So if you got a PhD from Stanford and you go on a TV show or radio show and you just start saying a bunch of stupid shit, invalid shit, just talking out your ass, you make Stanford look bad. If they could, they'd probably try to take your PhD back from you. Seriously, you make them look bad. Because see, when they give you when any college or university gives you a college degree, what they're doing is giving, your college degree is basically that university's stamp of approval. Like I have a college degree from Indiana University. I have a bachelor's degree in economics with a minor in both psychology and theater and drama. So when Indiana University grants me a degree in economics, then their expectation is that if I was to ever do a lot of extensive speaking on the subject of economics, that I'm not going to embarrass myself or talk out of my ass. That's half the reason why you get a college degree. The college degree is nothing. My father, they're saying, when they give you a degree, that university is saying, we vouch for you. We vouch for Alan Roger Currie. We vouch for the fact that Alan Roger Currie has at least a basic understanding of the field of economics, and to a lesser extent, he has a basic knowledge of psychology and theater and drama, and that he can generally read at a level that's above a high school level. His reading comprehension is good. He can verbally express himself in a fairly intelligent and articulate manner. And he knows how to focus on goals until those goals are achieved. That's basically what your college degree represents. Most people think college degree is something you need to get a job. Yeah, that's more of a secondary thing. But the main thing college degree represents is that you have a basic, if you have a bachelor's degree, it represents that you have a basic fundamental knowledge of whatever your major was. If it was biology, it means you have a basic fundamental knowledge of biology. If your degree was in chemistry, it means you have a basic fundamental knowledge of chemistry. Then if you go on to get, a master's degree, it means you have more than just fundamental knowledge and understanding of that subject. You have a more specialized level of knowledge and understanding of the subject. And PhD means that you have so much knowledge of that particular field or subject that you have the credibility to teach it. You have the credibility to teach it on a college level. That's what a PhD means. You have the credibility. Like if you have a PhD in psychology, that means you have so much specialized knowledge and understanding of the field of psychology that you have the credibility to teach a psychology class on a college level. Now, you know, if most people know, I got to do a tooting on my own horn here for probably the third, fourth, or fifth time. I actually taught a college level class on the subject of dating relationships. It was called Dating for 21st Century Singles. And within the Indiana University system, I've mentioned this before, so this is probably at least my fifth time mentioning this. But yeah, do you know within the Indiana University system, I was the first person in the Indiana University system they ever hired to teach a class that had something to do with either dating and relationships and or human sexuality that was not in possession of a PhD or a master's degree. The only people who had ever taught a class that was related to dating relationships or human sexuality within the Indiana University system before me in 2009 were people who had mostly a PhD or at bare minimum, they had a master's degree. I only have a bachelor's degree. I did go to grad school. I did 1 year of MBA school, but I didn't finish my second year. So anyway, but yeah, man, there's just a lot of people on YouTube. There's no other way to put it. There's a lot of people I can't listen to. Like when I first got on YouTube in April of 2017, in addition to doing my own video podcast, I used to actually listen regularly, or at least semi-regularly listen to a lot of other people's video podcasts, particularly a lot of black male podcasts. I used to listen to a lot of other black men on YouTube in addition to doing my own. And to a lesser extent, I would listen to a lot of non-black men. I don't listen to too many women at all. I can't name not one female YouTube personality that I've ever listened to on a regular or semi-regular basis. At most, I might have caught a podcast of a woman maybe like 1 time, 2 times, at most 3 times. But I can't name any female on YouTube, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, or otherwise, that I've ever listened to on a regular or semi-regular basis. But there's been quite a few men. But in the last 2 years, man, I can't listen to a lot of people on YouTube because a lot of men, they say so much stupid shit. I mean, seriously, there's no other word. I try not to even use the word stupid a lot, but there's no other word I can really use. They just say a lot of stupid shit. They say a lot of shit that you could say it sounds good coming out their mouth, but this is related to being college educated, man. This is where I'm going to have to let my intellectual snobbish side come out a little bit, man. And I think I mentioned this on a recent video last year. I said, one of the things colleges teach you to do, or at least if they don't, they should, but most top-notch colleges, one of the things they teach you to do is not only increase your reading comprehension, improve your speaking skills, your writing and speaking skills, but most colleges teach you how to be a careful listener. A careful listener. Like, as I think in a recent video I mentioned, I was talking about my father. That's one of the things, habits my father taught me, is to carefully listen to what people say. Some people don't really carefully listen to what people say. They really don't. I don't really listen to what people say. How can you tell when people are not really listening? I gave examples of this before. Is when you have a person, say on YouTube, that's saying a lot of stuff that's inconsistent, contradictory, and or hypocritical, and nobody among that person's listeners or viewers points that out or calls them out on it, that lets me know that they're not really listening to that person. They're not, from an intelligent perspective, they're not really listening to that person. I listen, that's one of my talents. If I have at least 2 talents, man, among other things, and I can read people very well, particularly when I meet them face to face. I'm very good at reading people. I'm exceptional at reading people. I can read you. If you ever saw the CBS show, The Mentalist, there was a show called The Mentalist. That was his talent. The guy who was the lead character on that show, that was his main talent. He had a talent for reading people. He can, within the first 2, 3, 4, or 5 minutes after he meets you, he could just size you up and read you. He can know. Like, he can know things about your past just like from talking to you for about maybe 2 to 5 minutes. That's how I am. I can meet people, man. I'll pretty much be able to know the type of person you are, some of the things you've experienced in life, some of your insecurities, fears, desires. I can know all that shit just within usually the first 5 minutes after I talk to you. Like, I've had people tease me about that. Like, some of my one-on-one clients, when they meet me, I've had at least a handful of them. They say, Alan, when I first met you, I could feel you sizing me up. I could feel you like studied me. You weren't just like talking to me, but you were studying me. Now, I do that with people, both men and women. When I meet you in person, trust and believe, I could be cracking jokes with you, whatever. But if it's my first time meeting you, I'm going to probably spend the first 5, 10, 15 minutes like just studying you, basically sizing you up. I'm going to be sizing up The first thing I usually size up about people are they a genuine, sincere type person, or are they a phony, disingenuous, full of shit type person? That's the first aspect of your behavior that I'm gonna size up when I first meet you. Are you a real, authentic, genuine, sincere type person, or are you a phony, two-faced, disingenuous, full of shit type person? I can identify phony people like that. Like that. If you're a type of person that's real phony and just generally full of shit, I'm going to be able to know that within the first 30 seconds after I meet you. I'm going to be able to know that within the first 30 seconds after I meet you. I'm going to study how you use your eyes, how you express yourself verbally. I'll know that. If you're a phony, full of shit person, I know that like that. So next to reading, that's the number one talent I would say I have is my ability to read people. Close second talent is I'm a very careful listener. I'm a careful listener. And if, again, I've said this multiple times, if you express things that are inconsistent, contradictory, hypocritical, or just highly invalid / just totally false and untrue, my ear is going to catch that like that. My ear is going to catch that like that. And as you guys know, I have a lot of followers who send me either full links to different podcasts, other people's podcasts, live streams, or they might send me an MP3 file that has an excerpt from somebody's podcast or live stream, and they'll want to know my opinion on it. Like in the last 2 weeks, I had a couple guys ask me my opinion on this black variation of MGTOW known as SYSBM. That's why I cracked that joke at the beginning of the video. That stands for Save Yourselves, Black Men. My question is, who are you saving yourself from? Who are you saving yourself from? You're saving yourself from white people? Racist white people? You're saving yourself from them? You're saving yourself from angry, misandric black women? Who are you saving yourself from? I'm not trying to be funny either. I want to know. Who are you saving yourself from? I asked the same question with MGTOW. MGTOW stands for men going their own way. Well, what way were you going before you start going your own way? Whose way were you going? That's what I want to know. Seriously, which way were you going before you start going your own way? If MGTOW is men going their own way, what fucking way were you going before you became MGTOW? Were you going women's way? I mean, what way were you going? What way were you going? So now I'm hearing men say, black men say they saving themselves from who? Who are you saving yourself from? I know I saved myself in a fire, so I can say I'm SYSBM. I say I was in an apartment building that caught on fire and the fire truck, the fire personnel hadn't got there yet. Guess who had to save themselves? Me. Some of my friends are still astonished by that. They're like, damn, man, I can't believe you saved yourself. I brought that up on a video in 2017. So this is at least my second, if not third or fourth time bringing it up. Yeah, I actually saved myself from a burning apartment building. So I can say I'm SYSBM in regards to saving my own life. Because if I wouldn't have saved myself, I would have either died from the flames of the fire or even more so from smoke inhalation, the smoke that was all throughout the apartment building. I saved myself. Who are you saving yourself from? I get the impression these guys are saying they're saving themselves from black women who are not worthy of their attention and companionship. If that's who you're saving yourself from, then that's an inappropriate acronym. If women aren't worthy of your attention or companionship, why don't you just simply ignore them? Here's the thing, man. You gotta all these groups, MGTOW, SYSBM, there's probably 2 or 3 other ones. And a lot of them are anti-marriage, anti-long-term relationship, or anti-women, or some specific faction of women. They're either anti-women at maximum, they're anti-women in general, or if more specifically, they're anti-black women, anti-white women, anti-Asian women, anti-Hispanic women, anti-radical feminist women, anti-college educated women, whatever. Here's a couple of things I got to say on this, and then I'll wrap up the video. A lot of guys who are in these anti-groups tend to suggest that one of their strategies is we're no longer going to give women the attention that they want from us. We're no longer going to give women access to our attention, our companionship, and our financial resources and materialistic possessions. Okay? All right? That's the strategy of a lot of these men. As of right now, the day I joined this movement, whether it's MGTOW, SYSBM, or some other similar movement, my argument is that I'm not going to give women access to my attention, my non-sexual attention. I'm not going to give them access to my companionship, most particularly my non-sexual companionship, and I'm not going to give them access to my financial resources and materialistic possessions. Okay. See, here's the deal. That strategy only works if those women want one or more of those things from you. Let me repeat that. That strategy only works if those women want one or more of those things from you. So if you got a bunch of women beating down your door, wanting flattering attention from you and entertaining conversation from you, and you say, no, women, I'm going to deny you of all those things. You're no longer going to get flattering attention from me. You're no longer going to get entertaining conversation from me. You're no longer going to get an emotionally empathetic listening ear from me. Then, of course, some women are going to be agitated and irritated by that. So then that strategy can work. I talk about that in the Beta Male Revolution and the possibility of sex. That strategy can work if those women want those things from you. But what if they don't? What if they don't? You're not accomplishing anything. If women don't want flattering attention from you, then it doesn't help you to deny them that. If women don't want entertaining conversation from you, it doesn't help you to deny them that. If women don't want an emotionally empathetic listening ear from you, it doesn't help you to deny them that. If women don't want your non-sexual attention and companionship in general, it doesn't help you to deny those women that. Some man said, I'm not going to have sex with these low-quality women. I refuse to have sex with these. I refuse to date these low-quality women. I refuse to have sex with these low-quality women. Okay, if you Brad Pitt, you might leave some women agitated. If you're a well-known porno star and you say that, you might leave some women agitated and frustrated because they want your good dick. They want your sexual prowess. They want your 5-star bedroom skills. But what if women perceive you as a guy who sucks in bed? Do you think they care if you publicly announce that you're not going to date them or fuck them? They don't care. Newsflash from Professor Alan Roger Currie. Those women don't care. If they don't want your dick in the first place, you telling them that you're going to deny them your dick is making them laugh hysterically because they don't want your dick. They don't. They don't want it. No woman is giving you choosing signals that she wants your dick. Men say, I'm not going to spend any money on these women anymore. I'm not going to take them out on any dinner dates, lunch dates. I'm not going to buy them any materialistic gifts. I'm not going to buy them any clothes. Well, that's fine if you're wealthy and you have a reputation and history of being financially generous with women. If you are wealthy, making 6 figures, 7 figures, and you have a history and reputation for being very financially generous with women, then of course, once you pull back on that financial generosity, women are going to be negatively affected by that. They're probably going to be frustrated, disappointed, agitated, all that. But if women never wanted money from you in the first place, they never wanted to go out on a dinner date with you in the first place. They never wanted to go out on a lunch date with you in the first place. They never wanted you to buy them clothes and materialistic items and pay their bills in the first place. How are you frustrating women by publicly announcing that you're going to deny them those things? Particularly if you broke. You making 25 grand a year and you talking about you ain't gonna spend no money on women. Like women want your low income anyway. This is the stupid shit I hear coming out of people's mouths. Men constantly talking about they gonna. I heard somebody say, on a follower sent me some clip. Somebody said 2020 is the year that that black men are going to abandon black women. That's what somebody said on some YouTube podcast or live stream. That 2020 is the year that black men are going to abandon black women. Okay, explain to me like I'm a 4th grader what you gonna do different than you've done the last 5 to 10 years. What you gonna do different? Other than talk shit. What you gonna do different? Real talk. What are you gonna do different? If you're a man in general and you talking about you gonna avoid women starting with the year 2020, what you gonna do different than you did the last 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? What you gonna do different? If you go to the grocery store and you see women, you gonna go back out? Is that what you gonna do? Huh? If you go to the bowling alley and you see women, or specifically some black women, you gonna run back out of the bowling alley? Is that what you're gonna do? What are you gonna do different? What? I wanna know. I invite you to leave it in my comment section. If you leave something intelligent, nothing crazy, because I'm going to delete anything crazy, you know that. But if you're intelligently explain to me, what are you going to do different than you've done the last year, the last 2 years, the last 3 years, the last 4 years, the last 5 years? What are you going to do different other than talk shit on YouTube? What are you going to do in your real life? I fuck your YouTube podcast and your YouTube live streams. Fuck that. That shit you trying to do to make money, garner Patreon subscribers, and put a little extra cash in your pocket. I don't take that shit serious. That's you talking shit. That's all you doing on YouTube. That ain't got nothing to do with your real life. Because in your real life, most of you men don't even interact with women. Y'all stay in the crib all day. Let's just keep shit real. Y'all jacking off to internet porn, and you staying in the crib. Y'all don't even interact with real life women. Y'all have more interaction with human sex dolls than you do real women. So let's just keep some shit real. Some of you guys, the only conversation you have with women is on a YouTube podcast or YouTube live stream. In your real life, you don't talk to women because they ignore your fucking ass. That's the truth of the matter. Because if the women weren't ignoring you, you wouldn't have no bitterness against them. Drops mic. You can fool all these other knuckleheads who ain't never stepped foot on a college campus, but you can't fool this brother who's 56 years of age and experienced all that life has to offer. You can't fool this brother, man, with this shit talking you got. Y'all ain't gonna abandon shit. Y'all ain't gonna abandon shit. Because if you truly weren't interested in socially interacting with women in general, and more specifically black women, you would have already moved on and you wouldn't even be talking about them. The fact that they're in your head lets me know they won. If y'all had a battle, they won. They won. I did a video in 2017 that ruffled everybody's feathers called Women Are Winning the Gender War. Women are winning, motherfuckers. Women are always going to win in a civilized society. Boom. Boom. Always. Guess what I read in the last 2 weeks? Do you know in some states in the United States that they are going to eliminate the statute of limitations for sexual abuse, rape, date rape, sexual misconduct, and everything related to that? See, normally, if someone's raped you or date raped you or assaulted you sexually as a woman, you have an average of about 3 to 5 years to charge that person and try to take them to court for it or get them in jail for it. Once roughly 3 to 5 years expires, you can't bring that charge against them. But guess what? Women have passed laws in certain states starting in 2020 where if you date raped a woman 12 years ago, she can charge you right now. Yes, she can charge you right now, particularly if she had a witness. Now, if it's just hearsay, she's probably going to have a weak case. But if she got some degree of evidence like a witness, somebody who can corroborate her story, she can bring something that happened like as long as she's 39 years of age or younger. I think they said that the catch is she has to be 39 years of age or younger. If she's 39 years of age or younger, she can accuse you of sexual abuse, rape, date rape, sexual assault, stuff that happened 15, 20 years ago, starting this year. What laws you getting passed as men? Y'all talking all this shit on YouTube. Yeah. What laws y'all getting passed like that? What laws y'all getting passed like that? None. Zero. None. That's all y'all doing is talking shit on YouTube. Y'all ain't passing no laws. Y'all ain't out in the streets protesting nothing. Y'all just trying to attract YouTube subscribers, Patreon subscribers, and views to your videos by talking about stuff that you think is inflammatory and incendiary and volatile and all that shit. You ain't fool these other people who following you, but you ain't fooling this brother. I recognize you for what you are. You just talking shit. And if you want to challenge me, come to my channel so I can intellectually shred you to pieces. That's my open challenge. Anybody think they can fade me intellectually on any issue related to dating and relationships? Come on. In 2020, come on. I'm bringing on all comers. I will shred you to pieces. Quote me on that. I will shred you to pieces. All you anti-woman movement dudes, anti-this movement, anti-that movement, I will shred all of y'all to pieces. All of y'all. Yes, I'm talking. I'm putting it out there. I will shred all of you. I don't have to call you out your name. I don't have to insult you on I'm talking on a purely intellectual level. I will shred all of you to pieces. Come at me. Come at me. I want you to. I want you to. So I can shred you to pieces. Because the reality is, y'all bitching about women who don't want you. That's what most of y'all doing. Y'all bitching about women who don't want you. Most of you black men who bitching about black women, them black women don't want you. They don't want you. Prove to me that they want you. Prove to me that they want you. Prove to me that they want your dick. They want your entertaining conversation and flattering and entertaining conversation, or they want access to your financial resources and material possessions. Prove to me.
This is a reminder.
Uh-oh, I got a reminder from Alexa. So that means I got to wrap up in about 10 minutes.
This is a reminder. Telephone consultation.
Back to work. My vacation's over. I'm back to doing Skype and telephone consultations. But, and they don't want you, man. And here's the other kicker. And this has been pointed out by other people other than me, so I ain't the only one to point this out. There's a lot of guys here on YouTube that are telling their male listeners, viewers, and followers to essentially avoid interacting with women. But guess what? They got a woman. You can't make this shit up. You got guys on YouTube that are telling you, a lot of you single heterosexual men, to avoid pursuing women, to avoid dating women, and even they go as far as sometimes to say avoid having sex with women. But guess what? The men telling you that, they dating somebody. They fucking somebody. That's like if I was a diet expert and I got a channel promoting low carb diets. I'm telling you to avoid all carbohydrates, but yet my kitchen is stocked with all kinds of carbohydrate food. What kind of credibility do I really have? There's a lot of guys on YouTube that are telling you guys to avoid pursuing women, but yet they got a woman living with them. And if not living with them, they got a woman that they fucking on a regular or semi-regular basis, but yet they telling you to avoid women. You got men who telling you to avoid fat women, but they in a relationship with a fat woman. You got men telling you to avoid women with kids out of wedlock, but they in a relationship with a woman who got kids out of wedlock. Huh? You got men telling you to avoid women who are loudmouth and sassy, but they're in a relationship with a woman who's loud and sassy. Come on, man. What the fuck is that? Really? When it comes down to the nitty-gritty, it comes down to this. And this is one of the reasons why I wrote the Beta Male Revolution. You know what changed about the 1960s and 1970s that are, for the most part, had never really been seen in society before, going almost pretty much back to like biblical days, is almost from the start of time up until the 1960s. Men always found a way to limit and scrutinize women's choices of male romantic companions and male strictly sexual companions. Men have always found a way. Most notably, women's fathers. Before the second wave of feminism, you could, if you were a woman, for the most part, you couldn't marry a man unless your father approved of him. You couldn't marry a man if your father didn't approve of him. In most cases, you couldn't marry that man at all. Or the one other option you had, what I talk about in the Beta Male Revolution, you could elope, what's known as eloping. That's what eloping is. Eloping is when you choose to marry someone that your mother and father don't approve of. That's called eloping. That was very popular in the first half of the 20th century and before that. But men have always tried to dictate who their daughters date and who their daughters have sex with. Look at the rapper T.I. bragging about how his daughter is still a virgin. Why is he still in his daughter's love life and sex life? She's like 18 years. I said it on a video last year. If your daughter is 18 years of age or older, and I say even more so, 21 years of age or older, you need to stay out of your daughter's love life and sex life. You need to just stay the fuck out your daughter's love life and sex life. Because ultimately, in this society, your daughter gonna do what the fuck she gonna want to do anyway. You can tell her not to fuck this guy. Guess what? She's still gonna fuck that guy. Matter of fact, she might fuck that guy out of spite that you told her not to fuck that guy. Real talk. Fathers always try to control their daughters' love life and sex life, and on a broader scale, the men of society have always tried to limit the choices that women have. Now, starting with the 1960s up until now, women have freedom of choice. Women have freedom of choice. And a lot of you men don't like that. That's what it all comes down to, in a nutshell. Women have the freedom to date who they want to date, fuck who they want to fuck. And guess what? A lot of times that does not include you. And you don't like that. That's where a lot of you guys are hypocritical. A lot of you men want the freedom to date whatever woman you want to date and have casual sex with whatever woman you want to have casual sex, but you don't want women to have that same freedom. And then when they make fucked up choices, you criticize them for it, as if all human beings make the right choices. Really? Like you haven't made poor decisions, poor choices in your life. Right. I dare anybody to say they ain't never made a poor choice or poor decision. I dare anybody to. I dare anybody on YouTube to say they ain't made a man to say they ain't never made a poor choice or a poor decision. Please. But the reason why most of y'all on YouTube bitching is because y'all made poor choices or poor decisions. Real talk. Yep, that's what it comes down to. A lot of you men do not like the fact that women have freedom of choice. If you notice, man, look at the past 50 years compared to the years before that. A lot of father-daughter relationships have deteriorated. I know a lot of women, they don't even have a relationship. Some women don't even know who their biological father is. Others, they know who their father is, but they have no relationship. Like one of the things that I love about my current girlfriend, she's real close to her father. Matter of fact, she was just talking to her father yesterday. She's real close to her father. And that's one of the things that caused me to become attracted to her. She has a great relationship. She actually has a great relationship with both her mother and her father. She has a great relationship with her mother and her father. She talks to both of them regularly. I know my brother. That was one of the things that attracted him to his wife. She has a great relationship with both her mother and her father. Her mother and father are still married. They're both alive to this day. My brother's wife, her parents are still alive. They in their like 80s. They still alive, still married. But a lot of women, they don't have no relationship with their biological father. Because a lot of fathers get upset that they couldn't control their daughters. So they said, fuck her. If I can't control who she dates, who she fucks, fuck her. If she gonna go ahead and do what the fuck she wanna do, fuck her. I ain't gonna be involved in her life no more. Like a lot of you black men talking about you don't want to date black women and you want to date beautiful, sexy white women. Let's keep shit real. You think most wealthy white men who have power, status, and influence want you, a Negro, dating their beautiful, sexy white daughter? If you say yes, you are fucking delusional. You are delusional. There's very few, if any, white men in this country who have lived a life of career achievement, financial achievement, high degree of social status, that have beautiful, sexy Caucasian daughters that want their daughter dating you, a Negro, with the exception if you're like a professional athlete, an entertainment industry celebrity, or someone else of noteworthy achievement. Believe that. Most of the white women I've had sex with in my life, they would have never, ever introduced me to their fathers. Ever. Mothers either, although I've had maybe like a couple introduce me to their mothers, but they would have never introduced me to their fathers. How many of y'all listen to me have a daughter? How many, make yourself known in my comment section if you have a daughter. And I want you to honestly tell me, do you just give your daughter the freedom to date who she wants to date and have sex who she wants to have sex? Or do you ideally want to have some degree of control and say so over who your daughter dates and who she lays down in bed with? I guarantee you that the vast majority of, when I did my Blog Talk Radio show, I had one of my closest friends and frat brothers. He came on my show. I did a whole Blog Talk Radio episode about this. And one of my frat brothers, he's also one of my closest friends in life. He admitted, he admitted publicly on my Blog Talk Radio show. He admitted that he was a hypocrite. Because, I go after fathers who are hypocrites in my book, Ooh, Say It Again. He admitted, he said, basically, he was a guy who was a womanizer when he was young, but he admitted, he said he didn't want his daughters just fucking whoever they wanted to fuck. He wanted both his daughters to ideally wait until they were married to have sex for the first time. But yeah, a lot of you black men told me, man, forget black women. I'm going to only date white women. Yeah, you might want to date them, and some of those white women might want to date you, but I guarantee you that their fathers ain't smiling. Their fathers ain't smart. If you ain't a professional athlete, entertainment industry celebrity, or some other person of noteworthy achievement, them white fathers don't want you dating their daughters. They don't want no biracial grandbabies. Man, please. This is Alan Roger Currie you talking to. So anyway, that's my say-so at the start of 2020. So to recap, number one, starting with the length of my videos, quit writing me notes about who I mention in my videos or the length of my videos. It don't matter. I got a lot of views for videos I've done over an hour. I got at least 2 videos that lasted more than an hour that have over 25,000 views. Then I got other videos that are less than 10 minutes and they don't even have 5,000 views. So the length of my videos ain't got nothing to do with how many views I have. It's the quality of the content. And secondly, related to that, people say, Alan, if you was to fail to mention alpha male strategies, you would have more views. No. 5 of my top 18 most viewed videos are videos where I mention alpha male strategies' name. I'm going to always mention the name. Why? Because y'all know the 2 reasons I'm going to tend to mention his name from time to time. He says a lot of stuff that's inconsistent, contradictory, and hypocritical, number one. He says a lot of stuff that's inconsistent, contradictory, and hypocritical. I'm going to always call people out who say that type of shit. Number 2, he be biting off a lot of my material without giving me proper credit attribution for it. Particularly my book, The Possibility of Sex. He bites off a lot of my material, and he don't always. Now, sometimes he has. To his credit, I always point that out. Sometimes he has given me credit. Like Beta Male Revolution, he gave me a lot of credit when he told his listeners and viewers he loved that book, and he gave me credit for it. So I give him that. Possibility of Sex, he used to give me credit for, but in over the last year and a half, he really hasn't. But if he changes and improves in that area, then I'll stop talking about him. That's the two. If you want to know, if you would ask me, Alan, what would make you just permanently stop talking about alpha male strategy? It would be those 2. If he stops saying shit that's inconsistent, contradictory, and hypocritical, and if he starts giving me my full proper credit attribution for the talking points and content that he steals from me, then I won't have no reason to talk about him. And that goes for anybody else on YouTube. And as far as the second thing, yeah, man, you guys who are part of these anti-women movements, like I did a video last year where I said here's the guys of MGTOW that I said that I respect. I don't want to act like I don't like all MGTOW. If you're a MGTOW and you're openly admitting that your main objective or aspiration is to become a voluntary celibate monk, that's why I have no criticism of it. That goes for black men too. If you're so fed up with women that it has gotten you to the point where you have chosen indefinitely to become a voluntarily celibate monk, that's when, if you're part of these movements, I don't really have any criticism of you whatsoever. I say that's your personal choice. I respect it. More power to you. But if you always criticizing women, always insulting women, always talking about how fucked up they are, but you got at least one woman in your life that you're spending time with regularly or semi-regularly, and you sliding your dick into their pussy regularly or semi-regularly, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. Give me your number. I'll tell you directly you're full of shit. Because that's how Alan Roger Currie roll. If I want to talk shit to you, I'll talk to you directly, either face-to-face or at minimum over the telephone. I'll talk to you directly. I'll tell you directly, you're full of shit. And again, if you want to debate me on any of these anti-movement type topics, I will welcome that invitation, and I will tell you right now, I'm going to shred you to pieces intellectually. I will shred you to pieces. Believe that. Happy New Year. Patreon live stream Saturday at 11:30 Eastern. Join me.